Hey guys, this is Sammy from techabrew.com, and today I'll be reviewing the Canon PowerShot SD-1000 digital camera. Okay, so I am going to be flat out perfectly honest. I am your average point and shoot guy. I don't have an SLR. I've never really used an SLR camera. I don't take high quality pictures. I take the kind of pictures that make my friends look ridiculous. And I use those pictures against them in future dates and times when they bring over a new girlfriend or our boyfriend or whatever, and I use those pictures as ransom. That's the kind of pictures that I take. That's really it. I'm not the kind of guy that goes around and takes the gigantic, huge, panoramic pictures. And I don't do that. I do, I'm the guy who takes the cameras to the bars, who takes it to the park, takes it to birthday parties and so forth. So, with that being said, here it is, the Canon PowerShot SD-1000 Digital ELPH. ELPH. It's French. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. So I bought this camera from Staples actually for $149.99 minus a 12% customer appreciation coupon. Thank you, slickdeals.net. I love you guys, especially the guys in the forums. You guys rock. So with that coupon and with the sale price, even with sales tax here in Arizona at around 8.1%-ish, I would manage to get this out the door for about $143. Now, I bought this camera in late January of 2008. So depending on when you watch this video, it could be a different price, hopefully less. So this is a great camera. I really like it. Let me actually go and just grab the box here. All right, there's the box. It's the PowerShot SD-1000 again, and I don't have these specs memorized. I know it's a 7.1 megapixel, and I know it's got 3x optical zoom. The screen size is a 2.5-inch LCD, and it has PictBridge software capability. What is PictBridge? Well, PictBridge allows you to connect your digital camera directly to your printer and print directly off of it, which is actually pretty neat. So you really don't need a computer actually to get the pictures from here into a printed format. Okay, this is actually a Morningstar Farms coupon. So, but hey, so what do you get with this camera? Well, you get a mini USB cable. You get a audio-video breakout cable. So what actually happens is there's like a little 3.5-inch plug, 3.5 millimeter plug that goes into the side of the camera right up in here. Let me actually open that up. It actually goes right in there, and there's actually the USB mini connector as well. So you can actually hook up that breakout cable to your HD or standard definition television and view all your pictures from your camera on the large screen, which is pretty nice. So other features that this camera has, it's got like some crazy 12x digital zoom. I don't know if you guys know what digital zoom really does, but actually digital zoom doesn't provide you with a clearer picture. What it does is it maxes out at the largest optical zoom. So in this camera's case, it's 3x. And what it does is it just keeps cropping and enlarging as it gets closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. So before you know it, you've got a really pixelated, grainy-looking picture. Now, with that being said, upgrading from a Sony CyberShot DSC-T1 to this Canon PowerShot SD-1000, the digital zoom on the SD-1000 is significantly better. Now, I don't know if it's because Canon has a superior image sensor, or because the lens is better, or their algorithm for cropping and zooming in on digital zoom pictures, or I don't know. I really have no idea. But it looks a lot nicer. So, another thing that this camera has that's really neat is called face detection. And let me show you what that looks like. So, I'm actually going to put this up right here, and you should be able to see my face. So as I move my face around, and I look like a total idiot doing this, but you should be able to see that white box go from one area to the next. So anyway, it's got this really cool thing, and what that does is it sort of takes this picture and focuses on the faces in the picture and sort of creates the focus to be on those faces, I guess. And if you are a digital photography expert, and if what I just said totally offended you, sorry, dude. I'm not a digital photography expert. I'm talking for the basic guys out there who do the same kind of picture taking as me. One website that I use as a resource all the time for whenever I buy any digital camera is Steve's Digicams. I think it's steves-digicams.com. I'll post the link. But anyway, I use his website for any questions about a digital camera that I want to buy. I go there first. He's got all sorts of crazy, really extremely detailed details on the cameras that he reviews. And so far, I mean, everything he's ever reviewed on a camera, when I've bought that camera, I've been extremely happy with, and I trust the reviews from Steve's Digicams all the time. But if you're just looking for a meat and potatoes kind of review, even though I'm a vegetarian, this is really what I'm trying to give you today. This is a great camera. It does excellent pictures, and you've got that whole 7 megapixel, 10 megapixel. What megapixel should you get? I was watching an episode of DLTV the other day, and I think it was I don't know, some lady from PC Mag was talking, or I'm sorry if I'm totally butchering this, but she was saying, after 4 megapixels, really, you don't need that. You don't need to go up to the crazy 10 or 12 megapixels unless you plan on printing large format, pictures. If you're doing like a 4x6, even an 8x10, she was saying that like a 4 megapixel is really just fine. So, I mean, this camera is a 7.1 megapixel, and I find myself, taking only pictures at like maybe a 4 megapixel or 5 megapixel quality on here. So, to each his own. It has a lot of really advanced features on here. Half of them I have no idea what they do. I know this. It does this really cool thing where, sort of like what my iPhone does when I take it and I switch it from one mode. So here, for example, I've got it, watch for parked cars, and if I tilt it, it does that really cool, neat orientation change. Okay, it doesn't do it upside down. But, I mean, things like that really impress me. But it's got all sorts of really crazy features like an auto ISO setting, ISO up to 1000. It does a really neat automatic white balancing, so it'll actually determine the white balance for that particular light condition. The shutter speed is actually really quick. I think from turning the camera on to taking a picture, I think it's under like 2 seconds from what I was able to do the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi type count. Digital zoom is really good. The zoom itself, the optical zoom is really cool. Face detection is the first time I've ever used it. Bottom line, this is a really great camera. The price that I got it for is, in my opinion, unbeatable. If you need a digital camera, if you need something that's really compact, like I said, really compact charger, and I mean, it's really cool, this charger, actually. Before I go any further, it's got one of these little things. It just folds right out. It's really cool. So, I mean, if you need a really nice digital camera that's compact, fit in your back pocket, your front pocket, or whatever, definitely get this. 2.5-inch LCD screen, 3x optical, 12x digital zoom, 7.1 megapixel. Really neat looking styling and face detection. Also, it's got an optical viewfinder on there, which is really cool, because if you're running low on battery, you can save some. Anyway, bottom line, great camera. Go out and buy it. My rating out of 10, easily a solid 8 out of 10, without a doubt. Yeah, so thanks for checking out techbrew.com. Again, my name is Sammy, and please stay tuned for more video reviews.